and you can go out later after thank yous. After thank yous. Are you recording, Perry? Thank you. There you go. Here you go. Watch out, Minnie. Oh, and then we have the big one. Oh, almost stepped on the tail. Watch out. There we go. Come on, Miso. Purr, purr, purr. Here we go. Come on. All right. Oh, what's all this stuff, guys? So we got our cheat sheet. Here we go. There you go, Miso. Alrighty, guys. Alrighty. What's all this new stuff, guys? Alright, let's check this out. Minnie. That looks pretty great, actually. Awesome. Let's see if people can hear me. Go to the chat. Oh, wrong button. All right, chat people, you know the drill. Type in chat if you can hear me. Oh, I might have to risk an echo. Sherry, does that mean you can hear me? You guys already knocking things over? We need that. All right, I'm going to assume you guys can hear me because that's how this is supposed to work. You know what, I'm going to just risk an echo here. Oh, Sherry says she can hear me. Great. Awesome. I think there must be some delay in chat coming through. All right, you guys, thank you for tuning in for our thank yous broadcast. We're going to open up these boxes. I'm going to read a list of our wonderful Patreon sponsors at our tier 2 level and above. And I'm going to start off by some announcements about these cuties. So these kittens are getting fixed on Monday, and it is about time because they are crazy. Aren't you crazy, Ramen? Aren't you crazy? I just posted a video of how they scream at their door. They do that off and on all day long. Sometimes it's because they want food. Sometimes it's because they want to be pet, but they're crazy. They're crazy little monsters. And so they're definitely ready to be in a big house. So they will be fixed on Monday, and they'll actually be staying at the shelter to be adopted through the shelter because we are on the cusp of kitten season, but we're not there yet. So they actually don't have very many kittens right now. And so these guys will be put up for adoption on Tuesday, I think, because they need to recover from surgery first. So they'll recover in the kitten condo at the shelter, so they won't be in a cage. They'll actually have a bigger room to play in together, all of them together after their surgeries. And then they'll go up for adoption on Tuesday. And so if you do want one of these kittens, you have to let me know now. Like, comment on our YouTube, message me on Discord, because these kittens will be left at the shelter to be adopted. And so what that means is on Monday, I'll be cleaning up this room. We'll switch to our HollyH and I'm hoping we'll get kittens as soon as Tuesday, but as always, I can't guarantee it. Like I said, we are on the cusp of kitten season, but we aren't there yet. So I'm hoping we can get a pregnant mom or a mom with little tinies, but we won't know until the shelter tells us what they have. So I might find out more about that on Monday or Tuesday, and I'll keep you guys informed in the Discord and on Twitter. So speaking of HollyH, we have had it off and on with these guys around, especially when these guys are out exploring the house. They'll be allowed out again tonight, so you might get Holly Cam again tonight. And you'll see that Holly has made so many friends. She has so many little cats that come by and visit her and eat the food we put out. It's absolutely wonderful. We actually, just this week, were able to trap another female from our community colony. We call her Noelle, and she was fixed yesterday, so there's another one down. There are 2 more males that we know of that we want to trap, so we'll be continuing to do that and see if more come around. So the males we're trying to trap, there's a tabby that is just a straight tabby, looks a lot like Carol and Noelle. And then there is a white and tabby cat that's more like Holly, but much bigger, kind of like our Oliver, who we're trying to trap. We call them Garland and Claus, respectively. And then there are a few other cats I've seen once or twice that we'll keep an eye out for. But after those 2 males are finally trapped, that's all I know of so far for regular occurrences. So we're super close to getting our little community colony all trapped, and we'll continue to feed them and give them the best lives possible as they live outside with Holly. All right, I'm going to read our list of Patreon supporters that Bisque is trying to attack. So these are our supporters from our tier 2 and above, and that's April, Mooselittle, LisaK, PepperSimba, Benaiah and Malka, Missy and Greg, Eggster, Mandy, Amy E, Frolly's mom, Shawnabouttown, CaliGal, Hils, CallieMo and SirGeek, AJChainut&Co, heckyesdeidre, HollyH, littleword, pattmm, WillK, Little Cat Feet, NC Yesterteacher, SuburbanHeaven and SuburbanHell, Lily Cat's mom, KF Lisa, Jan Rob, Sherry B, Karen Soes, Joyce, Rob If, and Maple Linney. Now, of course, we also love our $1 Patreon sponsors. We appreciate you so much. All of that money adds up, and we use that to supply things for the kitten room if they don't come in boxes. And we've also been using Patreon funds to pay for the surgeries for the cats in Holly's community that we've been fixing. So we've been working with Mid-City's community cats to get that done, but we've been paying for the surgeries. And so we're really happy to be able to do that so that they can use the money for other feral colonies and make sure that we reduce the stray cat population. All right, I'm going to open these from smallest to largest. And so here's our smallest one here. This one is something we actually requested. And let me get this open. I guess most of the stuff we get from this one we also requested, but this is a very special request. Hold on. Oh man, I don't even know how to open it. Hold on, guys. It's one of those impossible boxes. Goodness. Okay, here we go. All right, so put a card in here. I don't know that they put a card in here, but this is from the kitten from the Kitten Academy Discord, actually. The kitten makes collars, and so we requested some collars, some breakaway collars from the kitten, and they sent us a whole bunch. So these are some nice little kitten collars. So the reason we requested these is because this group of kittens used our last collars that had been previously sent from LisaK. And so now we have these kitten collars, which are smaller. So the ones that LisaK sent are great. They're awesome, but they have to be put to their lowest setting to fit. And so these ones will have some more wiggle room and are specific for kittens. And we really, really appreciate the kittens sending these to us. And so we have a whole bunch now, all different colors of the rainbow that we can use for future groups. This will keep us for a long time since we don't use colors on every kitten, just when they all look super similar. So thank you so much to the kitten. We really appreciate you. I'm gonna keep them in this box and away from you guys so they don't get contaminated. There we go. All right, you guys can play with the box stuff. All right, these three are kind of all the same size, but let's open this one first. I keep peeking at the names here. I actually don't know what this one is. This one was sent to me directly. I don't know if it's something I ordered and forgot about. Oh no, this is, I know who this is from. Is there a note though? Yes. So, yeah, this is from a PepperSimba, Barbara. It says, "Hi Melissa, making sure Seamus doesn't run out of food, Holly too." From Barbara. So this is the food we feed the outdoor cats. And Barbara mentioned Seamus. Seamus is actually a possum. So we have been trapping, as I mentioned, and Seamus is a local possum who thinks he's a cat. He gets into our cat traps and he gets trapped, and then we have to let him out. And then he also hangs out with the cats. It's really strange. He'll go into the cat houses. He's been in the cat house with Holly in there, and she hasn't even cared. I think she thinks he's a cat too. And so Seamus is also a animal that we feed in the neighborhood. Oh, one of the cats just really made a big stinky. Oh man, I think it was Ramen. Girl, cover up your poop. That's very fun. Anyways, Seamus gets fed by our cat food too. Now, just in case anybody is concerned, I always make sure Holly gets enough to eat. She is the matron of the cat colony, which means that she tries to get everyone else to eat before she does, but I make sure she eats, so don't worry about that. I need to cover up whatever that was that just got dropped. Oh, it is covered up. Oh man. Do I have air freshener, you guys? Wow, wow, wow. That is so smelly, kid. Yeah, I do. Okay. Air freshener. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's open another box. All right, this is a light one. I suspect what this is. Aha! This is a blanket that we wanted for Valentine's Day, and LisaK sent it to us. So I think her Discord handle is littleword. And so we missed it for Valentine's Day, but we will definitely keep it and maybe use it for Easter. It has cute little hearts on it. And so I'll put this out with the next group for Easter, and then we'll have it next year for Valentine's Day. We don't plan to give up fostering anytime soon. So that's really great and useful, and I love that it's in a plastic bag so I can keep it fresh for the next group. Sorry about popping all this bubble stuff. I am OCD about that. So, and with breaking boxes when we don't need them. Cool, we have two more. I know what's in the big one, but I'll keep it a surprise for you. All right. This other one here, right here, is from Sherry B. And she said that she also sent some cat litter that's coming later. So Sherry, I might just open up that cat litter when it gets here. Since you said you already sent that. And we're very close to being out of cat litter. Aha, great, this is awesome. So we have a lot of consumables we go through in this kitten room, as you can imagine. And so those are on our Amazon wish list whenever we need them. And so if you would like to be featured in a thank you stream, you can just head over to our Amazon wish list, which is linked in all of our videos. And so Sherry was kind enough to send us some of those consumables, including the cat litter that's coming later this week. And she sent us these, which are so precious. So this is our Litter Genie refills, and it really makes my life easier having a Litter Genie, and these refills are necessary to that. So I really appreciate these. And then she sent us kitten food because we're almost out of kitten food. These guys are pigs. So this is our kitten food that we use, the Purina Pro Plan. She got us the salmon flavor. And here's the thing. On the can of these, it says that a kitten should be eating 1 can per 1 pound per day. Okay? No, it says something different than that. Hold on. Maybe it's per 1.5 pounds. It's something like that. And so these guys are around 2 pounds, so they should be eating 2 cans per day, right? Which is what I feed them. Well, these guys are little fatties. I don't know if you can see that, but they're little fatties, and they think they can eat more than that. They want to have food all the time, but they were getting so fat that I had to stop putting dry food down because they were eating too much. And so we're sticking with just wet food. So 5 kittens times 1 can per pound per day is a lot of food. So we've been going through a lot of the wet food, and we really appreciate Sherry sending us more. That's still on our wish list because we go through it so quickly and because we need to prepare for more kittens to come. Okay. Here we go. All right, so this big one, I believe, is also from Barbara and is also for our outdoor cats. So, let's see here. Are you curious, Bisque? I actually have to feed the outdoor cats after this. There a kitten? No, okay. All right, so this is the dry food that we give the outdoor cats. So they get wet food and dry food. They get the Royal Canin Adult Instinctive Wet Food. I put out 2 cans a day of that for the outdoor cats. And then I put out with it this dry food, which is Purina 1. It is the Tender Selects blend with real chicken. And so they're doing really well on this. In fact, I think because really Barbara feeds them so well, like she's the one who's bought all the food for the outdoor cats. Because she feeds them so well, we keep getting more and more cats coming by, even if they're owned by our neighbors. So our neighbor has several cats who come to our house to eat now because we feed them so well. And that's thanks to Barbara. So thank you, Barbara, for always sending us food. We have a lot of dry food now, Barbara. We don't need dry food, okay? I will let you know when we need more dry food. And now we have 2 cases of wet food. So I had just run out of a case of wet food today, and I still have another case, and now we have 2 cases. So like I said, I'm using about 2 cans a day. And so right now I have 2 24-can cases. So that should last me 24 days. So that's where I'm at, Barbara, if you're watching or when you watch later. So we've got lots of dry food. I don't even know how many days worth. And then we've got 24 days of wet food. So we're good for a little while. Thank you so much. Okay. So that's all I have today. Thank you, the kittens, for the collars. Thank you, Sherry, for our litter liners and our kitten food. Thank you to LisaK or littleword for our blanket. And thank you to Barbara for feeding all of our outdoor cats. Again, if you want one of these kittens, you need to let me know right away. The best way to do that is to either find me on Discord or to comment on one of our YouTube videos. I do get notifications for all the comments. That's not what is put in chat. You have to actually do a comment on one of our videos. And so do that, and you can have one of these kittens. Now, I am looking at live chat right now, so if there are any other questions or comments, please let me know. I'll wait a few minutes while these kittens play. I'm going to put some stuff in the closet while the kittens play. No, kitten, Bisque. No, project Bisque. All right, let me check our Amazon wish list while I'm thinking about it. Okay, so we do still have several things on our wish list if you wish to contribute, but we do appreciate you just watching this stream and watching our other videos. That is supporting us. And so continue to do that, share our tweets, hang out with us on Discord, and let me know if you have any questions. All right, you guys, thank you so much again to everyone who supports us. We could not do this without you, including the outdoor cats. I'm going to let these guys out of the room shortly and have Carrie switch us so HollyCam is included. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend and much love. Squeeze the kitten for me.